whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing. We'll make you happy.
Hello and welcome to Schools with Heart, episode 27, part 2 of Growth Mindset. In this video, I'm going to share the how-tos of my approach to submerging my students with a growth mindset focus. You'll find that it's easy to implement and a breeze to integrate as long as you keep it alive in your students' minds. But that's easy if you believe in it as passionately as I do. Your first step is to read all about it. I strongly suggest you read Carol Dweck's book and watch her YouTube videos, explore other books on Amazon, and become an expert. As you're doing your research, design a fabulous bulletin board. Like your skills of independence, it has to be your absolute best. Anything less than your best is a covert message to your students that your words have no power behind them, that you're not a dyed-in-the-wool believer. Do an internet search on growth mindset bulletin boards, and you are sure to find something you can duplicate. Or maybe you want to create your own, as I did. That's even better. The last one I made was my favorite, and it's been on the wall at school for 6 years. I made it first for a second grade classroom, and then I moved it to the school where I am now teaching. We referred to it so much with our second graders that when we gave them the fixed mindset thought on the left, they knew the growth mindset counterpart by heart. Your next move is to teach your students the power of yet. I made a second bulletin board with this beautiful Y and the ET next to it. I love this Y. It took many hours to create it, but you can see how it must explode off the wall in our classroom. Growth mindset is all about the power of yet. Talk about what it means to follow the words I can't with yet. I can't do this yet. Yet keeps the door open to learning. It means I'm going to keep trying even though it's really hard right now. Yet symbolizes future hope. Yet is the word that puts an end to quitting. Tell your students that you can't wait to hear them start using the word, that their only time that they're allowed to say I can't is when they follow it with yet. Right along with teaching the power of yet, introduce the poem I Can. It's in the school that love built, a poem, and even kindergartners can learn it. Chant it until every single one of your students knows it in their sleep. Ask your principal to come in and have your kids recite it. Have a group of them recite it at back to school night. The more often they recite it, the more they believe it. Make sure they say it with expression. Have a contest to see who can say it with the most expression, like they really mean it. Film them saying it and upload it online. In short, milk the poem for all it's worth. The last question in the EQ inventory is, I have a growth mindset. Take plenty of time allowing your students to share problems they faced in school as a result of a fixed mindset. They must recognize and confess to their fixed mindsets. Say, for example, they have a fixed mindset about math. They think it's too hard, that they aren't smart enough to comprehend it, especially the older students. This is the point at which I introduced General Patton's quote, "If a man does his best, what else is there?" I tell my students that it's okay to make a C in math as long as they worked hard to achieve their absolute best. That they can actually be proud of that C if they never quit. Along about this time, I show the 1939 Walt Disney YouTube cartoon of the tortoise and the hare. We take that wonderful cartoon apart in a discussion of why the tortoise won and why the hare lost. I never want them to forget that slow but sure wins the race. So years ago, I made this poster to which I refer often. All of us have students who are slower. We don't want them to be ashamed, to be the last to cross the finish line. We just want them to keep on going until they do. I'm honest with my students. I tell them that the students I respect most are the ones who have to work the hardest to make up for not being the fastest. They have guts, I tell them, and they're the ones who get the glory in my eyes. They're the true examples of the power of growth mindset to succeed where others with greater gifts may fail. This is a perfect time to show the unforgettable video, 15 Famous Failures. Tell the students before showing the video that they'll be picking 3 of the 15 to research. write about, and share their favorites with the class. All 15 are astounding examples of monumental growth mindsets. Our students need inspiring role models, and the internet is a perfect resource. Don't forget to read great stories with growth mindset focus. In fact, just minutes ago, I stopped and bought one online on Amazon called Y is for Yet, a growth mindset alphabet. The reviews were phenomenal, and no doubt I'll be reading it to our kids when school opens back up after summer. A few months ago, I read Our Fantastic Elastic Brain to our students who liked it so much, I wrote a play about it, and our second graders performed it for the school board. You can see from all these ideas that there's virtually no limit to all the ways you can integrate growth mindset into your SEL curriculum. Remember to share your ideas on our Facebook forum so the teachers of America keep improving, keep growing, and keep inspiring their students to be little red hens who get the cake because she works so hard, not the lazy dog, cat, or the mouse who missed out and didn't even get the crumbs. Carol Dweck, I hope you watch this video so I can thank you with all my heart for the brilliant work you've done to help the children of America cross that finish line, inspired every moment of the way with the word that kept them in the race. Yet. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.